51-year-old William Redden has been arrested and faces charges in connection to the death of 38-year-old Stephanie Shenenfield after the missing woman's body was found in a ditch in Palmetto, Florida. Stephanie was supposed to attend a concert with a friend on the evening of the 3rd of June 2022 in Ybor, Florida, but she never showed up. When the mother of two then missed a shift at work on the 5th of June, her friends filed a missing persons report. Stephanie's roommate helped investigators track her last known whereabouts after being able to get into her computer. Detectives accessed Stephanie's Uber account and were able to determine that at 1:20 a.m. on the 3rd of June, she went to Williams' residence via an Uber located at 224 30th Street East in Palmetto, Florida. When detectives spoke to William, she said that Stephanie had been there that night and they hung out for a while until she left the following morning. After William gave the investigators consent to look through his home, detectives noticed he had numerous cameras both inside and outside the residence. He allowed the investigators to take copies of the recordings of the footage on it. He then told the authorities that the cameras inside the house didn't record, but he was wrong. Through footage obtained, detectives were able to confirm that Stephanie died at his home. Video footage obtained from William's surveillance system shows him dragging Stephanie's lifeless body wrapped in sheets throughout the house, and then loaded the body into a car and left the residence. William then refused to cooperate with the investigators. At around 6:50 p.m. on the night of the 9th of June, two people discovered Stephanie's lifeless body while they walked next to railway tracks and spotted her body in a ditch that's about 12 feet deep located near his home. The investigators said they don't know the cause of death at this early stage, but they're waiting on autopsy results, but they do know that William didn't bother ringing the authorities when she died. William was arrested and charged with abuse of a corpse, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and possession of an altered firearm, and further charges are possible pending the autopsy results. He's held on a $108,000 bond. On the 9th of June 2022, 29-year-old Monique Asana was sentenced to life in prison without parole for the torture and murder of the 9-year-old stepson Emerick Asana. The events unfolded at around 9:40 p.m. on the 1st of September 2020, when 911 was contacted on reports of a child not breathing. Emergency responders arrived at the Rushmore apartment complex, located in the 1000 block of West Broadway Avenue in Meridian, Idaho, and found Emerick's unresponsive body laying on the floor. He was visibly bruised, caked with vomit, underweight and clad only in a diaper. They performed life-saving measures on the boy, and he was transported to the St. Luke's Hospital in Boise, but was pronounced dead early in the morning, just weighing 41 pounds. An investigation into Emerick's death showed he was deprived of food, water, and made to exercise for up to 20 hours at a time. Most of the abuse was captured on nanny cameras installed throughout the apartment. The footage, along with autopsy images, were viewed in court. Emerick's body was seen to be covered in dark purple bruising. Emerick was forced to sleep on the floor, or was locked up inside a hallway closet without pillows or blankets. Monique would wake him up between 3 and 4 in the morning to do exercises. She'll force him to do jumping jacks, push-ups, and wall sits while being yelled at and hit with a dog leash, spoon, silverware in her hands. She would also drag him by his hair and kick him in the crotch as he pleaded for her to stop. Throughout the footage, Emerick becomes visibly thinner, his ribs and spine protruding out of the grainy black and white video. The boy's father, Eric, who was rarely seen in the footage, would mostly ignore the abuse and watch TV or look at his phone. One time he woke his son up and told him to get back to exercising. Monique told Emerick, "I want you to get thirsty, I want you to get hungry, I want you to starve, to get dehydrated." Monique forced the boy to scrub the floors with a toothbrush and hot water. As she filled the pot with the water, she said hot water to burn the skin off Emerick, and she'll later force him to drink the dirty water from the cleaning pot. Footage also showed Emerick going through the garbage for dog food or scraps, and was given toilet water to drink. Monique would hit him with the frying pan, scream in his face, and withhold food from him as his siblings ate in front of him. She teased him about being hungry, and told him to eat his own feces, and another time she told him to eat something off the floor. Emerick replied, "But Mum, I don't want to starve to death." While watching the video in court, Monique cried and wiped tears from her eyes, and said she was sorry for the pain she caused. Judge Stephen Hippler said that Monique was sadistic, evil and heartless, and sentenced her to life in prison without parole. Monique pleaded guilty to murder in February this year, in a plea deal that took the death sentence off the table. Eric pleaded guilty to murder in March this year. He was charged with facilitating the abuse, largely by knowing about it but doing nothing. The boy's father will later be sentenced for his part in the murder.